I despise when movies try to make villains seem cool. We see this all the time with American Psycho, A Clockwork Orange, Walking Dead, and I was reminded of it during my last video of Death Sentence. And spoilers for the film. In the movie, because of the villain and his brother, see that the main character's life is destroyed, everything is taken from him, and then after getting his vengeance, he looks like part of their gang. So the moral is, don't stoop down to people's level and don't be like these guys. But there's a huge problem with this. They tried to make the villain cool. He has a cool muscle car. They gave him a cool leather jacket, and his style overall is appealing to some people. The audience definitely noticed this, because if you go online, you'll see a bunch of people have made thirst traps about him. And they didn't make him about the actor, they made it about the character. And I've seen a lot of people posting about this online about how they find him very attractive. And some people think he's cool, but this is so detrimental to the point of the movie. It's a really mixed message when you're saying, don't be like this guy, but then present him in a way that they know people will find appealing. And I think it shows a lack of foresight in the filmmaking. Because yeah, in the real world, sometimes bad people are attractive, or they're cool, or they have good style, or whatever. But it really sends mixed signals unconsciously to people when we see Kevin Bacon's character go from this to this, and we're told that this is not a good thing. But instead of showing those effects down the road and him suffering from living this lifestyle, they show a man who seems to be thriving. They show an image of someone that some people want to be like. And when I was seeing all these thirst traps and people writing about how they're so attracted to his character, it just made the ending kind of lose some of the meaning. And I think this is something that filmmakers should really consider. The people that you cast in your film have a huge impact on how the audience accepts it. Like how I talked about that Patrick Bateman, if you read the book and understand the character, he's actually a failure in a lot of ways. But Christian Bale is just such a cool guy that it oozes out. Because Patrick, his character, people forget his name, they ignore him, he's being cheated on. He only got the job because he's a Nepo kid. But Christian Bale just has this confidence and swagger that just kind of comes out through that. Like, think about how differently people would feel about Negan if he had a long scruffy beard, was losing his hair, and didn't have a cool leather jacket and baseball bat. And if people think this doesn't have a negative impact, I've been threatened by people who have photos of Negan as their PFP. And yes, bad people can be drawn to these bad characters, but people are always looking for a role model, and they're looking up to what they think is cool. So if you present them a terrible person, but make it look cool, it actually has the opposite effect a lot of times.